welcome to Mel's Fairy. Today we're getting some more voice memories in Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2. Roll the intro. I have marked a bunch of memories on the map, and I want to see how far I can get today. We have 74 discovered out of 150, so we're like kinda halfway there-ish. I think I want to do this one here at the lab, and then go towards Goron City. There's so many around this area anyway. So let me just do a few of these pins here. And yeah, we'll start here, and then we'll see what the best way to do this is. So let's go. Is this the best way? Or is this the best way? This is probably the best way. Well, we'll get there. Ah, what is that? Oh, it's a bear. That scared me. That scared me really, really, like, intensely. I take no pleasure in killing a bear, by the way. It's just that I feel like it was either him or me. Also, who is this? Why am I using this bow? I don't even like this bow very much. Oh. Will you just... I'm just trying to get to the lab. Okay, everything's absolutely fine. It's fine. We're okay. There we go.
The Arkala Ancient Tech Lab was originally a lighthouse Guardians destroyed. Apparently, Pura and Robbie later converted it into a lab. They claim its proximity to ruins is why they chose this place, but I think the real reason they settled here was to discourage visitors. Their research was dangerous after all.
That makes a lot of sense. Not everyone's gonna do all this walking and climbing to get here, so probably a good location. Okay. Why don't we do these two? Yeah. And then go to Goron City. I feel like that's a good idea. We'll go from the tower. Okay, so if we just drop around here. Is it just here? Oh yeah, it should be. Yeah.
No one actually knows what happened here at the Shadow Hamlet during the Calamity. They were a very isolated village, and they liked it that way. They even turned me away when I came to warn them about the Calamity. I wonder if this place would be more than ruins if I had tried harder to get them to listen.
This is almost identical to the Breath of the Wild voice memory in this spot, where she talks about how they're kind of isolated and refused help, basically. It gave, like, cult vibes-ish, and I was hoping that there would be more information in Tears of the Kingdom, but it's kind of just the same. It's just a mystery. Okay, why don't we go from here to this one? And now we can go to the springs and to the city. I'm hoping to get to at least 100 memories today. So it should be here at this bridge. This bridge, literally the bridge of Elden. There.
It was not long ago that lava was frequently and fiercely erupting from Death Mountain. These days, the mountain seems to have quieted, though. I've heard stories that ancient Gorons built dwellings far down in the depths of the mountain. I wonder if this is similar to how the mountain looked back then.
I'm so sorry, Zelda. I didn't pay attention because I was under attack. A mountain something. I wonder if it looked the same, different. Yeah. Thank you, though. Okay, let's get to the hot springs. There.
The Gorons looked so comfortable as they lounged in these hot springs. As for me, the heat was too much and I only put my feet in. Poor Link even caught a scolding from the Gorons when he tried to add a little water to cool it down. Apparently this temperature is merely tepid to them already.
That is so cute. The water was too hot for her, so Link wanted to put some cold water in. I could cry. They are so cute. I can't stand it. Okay, let's do the Goron City ones. There's 5. So, somewhere here? Yes.
Oh, Daruk. Link told me of when your spirit was released. I am so sorry that you worried after me all the way to the end, and I cannot thank you enough for keeping the promise you made 100 years ago. I will make you proud, my friend. I will bring peace to this land. Please, watch over me.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. It really warms my heart to hear her call the champions friend, though. That really makes me happy. Okay, so there's another one close-ish, but I think it's gonna be lower. Like here. Ish. Like in the shop? Yeah.
I was surprised when I first saw Yunobo. The young Goron is built just like his grandfather, and I nearly shouted Daruk in excitement. Of course, he doesn't have the same bold spirit Daruk had, but he is an honest boy with a truly kind heart.
Yeah, definitely not Daruk. Yunobo is not Daruk. That's something we can say with confidence. Okay, let's get this one. I don't traverse Goron City very well. I always get lost. Oh, there's one right here. No. Right here.
This restaurant specializes in grilling various foods, though it seems they are planning on leaving this location to a skilled chef and opening a new shop along the road. Since they were moving on, they were kind enough to give me a seared steak as a gift.
Aw. Zelda was treated really well by the Goron, based on the memories. Like, they really loved, like, treating her well and making sure she had everything she needed. Let's go over here. Yes.
This is the large sword that Daruk carried with him. He always held it as though it was light as a feather, but I believe it is actually a boulder breaker he had custom made to be twice as heavy as normal. Not only that, but when he became a champion, he increased its weight even more.
Oh?
There is a certain symbolism in this. Daruk was bold and friendly, but he carried an incredible weight without concern or complaint.
Yes, that is very symbolic. But it's also like him making things harder for himself. But I get it. And it made the weapon stronger, obviously, so probably a good move. One more. Yes.
When I was preparing to come here to Goron City, I bought lots of fireproof elixirs to counter the extreme heat. It's a relief to see those are no longer needed. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is the Goron's love of eating rocks. Seeing it now, I am reminded of when Daruk gave Link a rock to eat. And he did.
Yes, he did. Link will eat anything, I'm telling ya. Okay, let's go to this one here, which is at Yunobo Co. HQ. There we go.
The sudden changes on Death Mountain left many Gorons feeling uneasy, but I hear young Yunobo goes to the mountain every day to mine ore from the exposed rock face. It seems his efforts are motivating his fellow Gorons, shaking them out of their worry and giving them purpose. Certainly the future of Goron City is brighter thanks to Yunobo.
Aw, that's sweet. Okay, I want to do these 3. So this one, and this one. And then I think we can go here and get the 2 in the forest. I think that works. Yeah, so let's do the skeleton one first. I think it's a skeleton memory anyway, because that's where the skeleton is. There we go.
The Elden Great Skeleton. Geological surveys of Hyrule have largely been at a standstill, but they could be incredibly valuable. Through careful study, we could identify extinction events and their causes. We could see evidence of environmental changes or disasters, and possibly prevent them from happening again. And this all ties back to fossils. We simply must put more effort into their study.
Zelda's such a nerd. Like, I'm obsessed with her. She's amazing. Okay, let's do the Typhlo Ruins one, which should be nice and easy. Here? Yes.
Typhlo Ruins was once covered in darkness.
It was.
Perhaps it disappeared along with the shrine and the trial. Regardless, these large ruins were almost certainly unexplored thanks to that darkness. With it gone, dedicated research of this site can begin in earnest.
I do appreciate that it's not dark here anymore. I'm not a huge fan of Typhlo Ruins and Breath of the Wild. Okay, let's do... Oh, I completely missed this one in the Elden area. Let me get this one first, and then we'll do Lost Woods. I'm trying to maintain, like, some sort of sense in the order I'm going, but there is really no logic behind it. Okay.
This area used to be covered in lava and was largely unapproachable.
Yes.
But now that the volcanic eruptions have subsided, even Hylians can come here without taking fire resistance measures. Thus, the new path. I've heard there are even plans for new shops along the road. This place is about to see some significant changes.
She's so excited about Hyrule rebuilding itself. It's so sweet. Okay, let me... Actually, because there's no shrine close to this, like this is the closest one, I might as well get these three and then do Lost Woods. Right? Let's use our brains here. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I'll always remember Woodland Stable. It is where I saw the president of the Stable Association's grandson swinging a baton around. It seems he has formed a band, gathering one musician after another. While his mannerisms are clumsy, others are enthralled by his appearance and enthusiasm. Once I have finished my investigation, I should try to see them perform.
Love it. I do love the quest with like putting the band together. It's great. Okay, let's go to the purple one next. So we're going to the Rauru settlement thing. Ruins of settlement, of Rauru settlement. There you go.
Although the soldiers at the training camp fought back, this settlement was burned to the ground by a single rampaging guardian. The loose ground has left little trace of the heroic battle they waged. I pray their brave spirits have found peace with Goddess Hylia.
Another grave. These are so depressing. Let's go to the training camp, shall we? There.
This was an important training camp in the days before the calamity. It is said that when the calamity occurred, all of the veteran soldiers had been deployed and only trainees remained here. Despite their inexperience, the brave trainees worked together and defeated a guardian. I pray their souls have found peace.
That's an awful story to tell. That's horrible. I wish I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, so let's get this one next. We're just gonna have to walk there, which is fine. We have legs. Almost there. There.
Once you pass through the Lost Woods, you'll arrive at the forest where the great Deku tree lives. When I first visited here, I could hardly move from fright, but Mother soothed my fears by pointing out that where I saw scary twisted trees, she saw interesting, expressive faces. That is when I truly learned the value of appreciating different perspectives.
Love that. Great parenting from Zelda's mom there. Just like switching the perspective. Very smart. Okay, so there's two in the woods. Let's see. Okay, this one is here, but there's another one.
I have visited this place and the great Deku tree countless times, but the very first was shortly after I was born, when the great Deku tree blessed me with the cherry blossom bud.
Aww.
It bloomed above my head, proving I had inherited the power of the goddess. Though Father was joyful at this, Mother's reaction was mixed. There was difficulty and pain in the journey that lay ahead for me, but I am, in the end, happy to have been blessed with this power.
This is another like little bit of lore that shows how awful of a parent King Rhoam was. He hears that his daughter is like almost cursed to this fate, and he's just happy. He's like, oh, we got our weapon here. And the mom is obviously like, well, that's great, but this is going to be really hard on her, our daughter that we're supposed to love and protect. Anyway, where's this other one? Should I go in, maybe? I'm not sure. It's at this weird spot where, like... Okay, it's here. I just marked this really badly.
When Link was on the brink of death, had it not been for your voice to guide me, I wouldn't be here now. Though I cannot hear your voice anymore, I still offer you my thanks. It is because of you that the world was saved. Please, rest here and heal your wounds.
Lovely. Okay, where do I want to go next? Ooh, maybe we should go to Rito Village, because there's an amount around here. Okay, here's one.
Ah, Rito Village, hometown of Rivali, the Rito champion. It seems he is spoken of as a legend here, and his bow is an honor bestowed on the best Rito warrior. You did hate other people talking about you, Rivali, but I'm afraid your story will live on here for quite some time still.
That's so sweet. I really don't know where I'm going. And here... No? Where am I going? Why is everything difficult around here? Let me try that one. Okay, here's one.
This plaza has been named after Rivali. It's said that he boarded the divine beast from here the day the calamity began, and for that reason, and in his honor, it was given its name. The fact that the design on the ground has been carefully maintained and unchanged for 100 years shows the immense respect the village holds for their legendary warrior.
Love that. I love Rivali so much. Okay, there's one more. Hi, Teba. I love you. I love you so much. Okay. Okay, it's here.
Kennelly, the village elder of the Rito, told me that he intends to pass his role on to Teba. He hadn't believed that a single Rito could serve both as the elder and the protector of the village at the same time. But when he saw Link and Teba face Meadow, needless to say, he has no concerns whether the Rito will be in good hands with Teba.
I hate the way she says Teba. It's Teba. Teba. She has weird pronunciations. She also says Varudania, when to me it's obviously Varudania. But you know, we still love her. Let's get this one, and then this one, and this one. Thank you.
Rivali, you were always quickest to rush to my side when I struggled. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you when you were in need. You being you, I imagine you shrugged off waiting 100 years like it was the smallest inconvenience. You were so tough on Link to make sure he could protect me, weren't you?
What a curious perspective that Rivali was like mean to Link because he wanted to make sure Zelda was safe. I don't think that was the reason, to be completely honest. I think he was bitter that Link just kind of got chosen and he had to work for his powers and stuff. But that's definitely a point of view. I mean, we can't say that it wasn't because of that. We didn't see much of Zelda and Rivali's relationship, but it seems like they were actually quite close from the voice memories. The way, like, she would tease him and stuff. Okay, so there should be one here. Yes.
100 years ago, The divine beast Varmeadow soared through the sky, and the Rito champion, Revali, was ever quick to celebrate his skill as its pilot. Many may have been put off by his bravado, but I found it encouraging. There were often subtle signs that he was someone who worked hard, unseen, to be certain he could back up his bluster.
For sure, yeah. He never wanted people to know how hard he was working. He kind of did it in secret almost. And Zelda kind of walked in on him doing it once in the DLC memory that we get. And you could see how hard he was really, really working. Okay, a stable one.
I spoke with Gally at Rito's stable, who seems worried about whether he can keep the stable open. Though it sounds like he's had an offer to sell it to a newspaper of all things. In any case, Hyrule is all the better with newspapers and stables. Maybe the two can find a way to coexist here.
And that they did. Okay, we're at 99. I want to get one more today. So why don't we do this one? Because it's kind of close to where we are. Where exactly are we going? Fly range. Ow.
Many of the Rito aspire to be like Revali, and most of the children follow his example in practice with the bow. The flight range is where they do the majority of their training, though he always claimed the practice range was only meant for him. He did strive to make a better world for future generations, and that dream lives on here.
Revali's amazing. I will die on that hill. Amazingly written character. Okay, 100 discovered. I still have tons that I've marked. It's just gonna make my life easier on the next video. But there's 50 left, so I think I can do like 2 more videos, 25 on each video. And we're gonna be on time for Age of Imprisonment, which is very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.